So my name is Cassie Hughes, and for my visual or multimedia arts project today, I'm going to be using the book If You Give a Cat a Cupcake by Laura Numera. So if you can't tell already, with this project we're going to be making cupcakes. But not your ordinary cupcakes, we're going to be making artistic ones. And for this project you can use a lot of different materials, but here are some of the ones that I'll be using. So I have different colored tissue paper, construction paper, scissors, glue, color pencils, and some more decorative items like baking cups, little diamonds, colorful pom-poms, and a bunch of colorful stickers. Before I dive into this project and start doing it, I'm going to talk about some of the things that this can help children do. So first of all, children are going to be using a lot of fine motor skills in this, meaning they're going to be using the muscles in their hands a lot because it's a hands-on activity. So they'll be using their hands to cut paper, to crumple it up, glue, and so forth. And it also integrates art because children get to be creative with what the cupcake looks like and how they even go about creating the cupcakes. It also integrates math and literacy skills because children can count the decorations they put on the cupcake and they can tie this activity into what the book is actually about. So when they think about the book, they'll think about this activity, or when they think about the activity, they'll think about the book. It gives them another reason to really remember what the book was about and not just forget it. It also promotes social and language skills because children can communicate with other kids in the class about what they want their project to be, look like, and even to ask about borrowing other materials. So now we'll dive into the project. So, like I said, we're going to be making cupcakes, and I'm going to start with the background for the cupcake. And I'm going to go ahead and go with blue. And so now we need the bottom of the cupcake. So more like, kind of like a baking cup. But I'm going to be making it with paper. And I think I want a purple baking cup. So I'm going to cut the bottom of this. Well, I'm going to cut in half first. And depending on how old the children may be, you might have to cut the paper for them. But a lot of children are pretty independent and will want to do this on their own. So I'm kind of making it angled now. It's not going to be perfect, but it's fun. I'll make this up a little bit. I think I made it too big. So I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. Pretty good enough, what we're going for. So it's going to go right here on the page. I'm going to glue it down with some glue. Children can pick any different color they want to do with this, and they don't even have to go about making cupcakes this way. This is just the way I'm going about doing it. So I'm going to get that glued down, and next I'm going to grab some tissue paper. So we have a bunch of different types. We have pink, green, blue, white, and I think I'm going to go with pink. So I'm going to take the pink tissue paper, fold it in half, because I don't really need this big of a piece, so I'm going to cut it into smaller pieces. Cut on the line, or the crease I just made. So that's a little bit better. Probably gonna have to cut some more in a minute. Well, I can actually, I'm just gonna cut these into smaller pieces. And this doesn't have to be like precise or anything because we're gonna be crumbling up the tissue paper anyway. So now I have 4 separate pieces of tissue paper. So what I'm going to do now is, I'm just going to crumble these up. And we're going to take some of the glue and kind of stick it on top of the cupcake part. Bunch of little squigglies. I'm gonna stick some of that on. Kind of make the cupcake stand out a little bit more instead of being completely flat. So coming up another piece. I'm gonna put it right here. So as you can see, I'm not really using any specific instructions or whatever on how I'm going about putting the paper down. You just crumple it, glue it, stick it on. Super simple, super easy for kids to do. Stick that on. Got it all crumpled up again. Glue the paper again. Just kind of stuff that on there. As you can see, a bunch of the little pieces are sticking out. So I'm going to glue some of it down more so that it doesn't fall off. And I am using liquid glue for this, so it is a little bit more messier, but stick glue would work just fine. Be easier for kids to work with. And so now that I've pretty much got the cupcake glued down, again, it's not perfect, but you get the gist. So now I'm gonna go about decorating it. So I have these pom-poms here. I think I'm gonna stick one on the top, like kind of like a cherry on top. So I'm gonna take it, put some glue on it, and stick it at the very top of the cupcake. Like that. And I said again that I have a bunch of these little sparkly decorations. So I'm gonna take some of them and just stick them all over the cupcake. And as I said before, whenever kids get done putting their decorations on, you can have them go back and count them as a way of helping with their integrate math into the lesson. So now I have some of those. I'm going to stick some of these diamonds on there. Like I said, I'm not doing anything really specific, putting them in a specific place, I guess is what I mean. Just kind of sticking them everywhere. And now that I've used a bunch of different decorations, I kind of want to add some more details. So I think I'm going to go and add a face to the baking cup. Make it a little bit more creative. So I'm just going to use a random color. I'm going to make a smiley face. I don't know how to get it though. I'll use a marker instead. There we go, that's a lot better. So now my cupcake is a little smiley face. Almost looks like a person with a crazy hairdo. And so now I kind of want to add more to the background of the cupcake. So I think I'm going to make some clouds. So a little squiggly clouds. especially if you can tell about add some clouds up to the top, even add some to the bottom, like it's a floating cupcake. Again, children can be creative with what they may want their background to be, or anything like that. And so essentially, the cupcake's pretty much done. And so you'd really just want to set it off to dry at this point. And then the kids could even go into making 3D cupcakes. So this is one that I've already made. We just got some of the baking cups and tissue paper, crumbled it up, put some glue in the baking cup, and then stuck the paper in. And so now you can go about decorating it. There's another pom-pom, this one's purple. And glue it on top. And we can add some more of these other ones. These diamonds. We got the diamonds stuck all on. So now it's like a 3D cupcake. So, like I said, children can go about this any different way. They can make it like I did. They can make a 3D one. They can really do whatever they want. They can just draw a cupcake if they like and use the decorations on it. It's really up to them, and this activity lets children be creative with what they want to do. And it gives the teachers an opportunity to learn how the children learn best and follow that to make other activities. Thanks. Bye.